your mind is still clouded by the entity's influence, focus on the screens. Let the images guide you back. You remember the train, don't you? The endless winter outside. Your fellow workforce. Their faces. Can you remember their faces? No, I thought not. Something's stirring in Chicago, breaking through. We don't have much longer. Watch the footage. There's something there. Something you've seen before. The distortions. They mean you're close. Closer than you realize. Don't fight it. Let it come. Let it all come back. Focus on the cold, the endless tunnels, the announcements that never stopped. The supply runs. Always another supply run. How many times did you make that same journey? Those emergency lights in the tunnels, always working, never needed maintenance. Convenient, wasn't it? That song on the radio, you must remember it. Always playing, always there. Listen carefully, the same notes, just like on the train. How many times did you hear it? Over and over. Did you ever notice it never quite ended? The signal never weakened, did it? Perfect reception, no matter how deep in the tunnels you went. Focus on the radio, the way it filled the silence, the way it made you feel safe. Think about the others. When they went missing, they always turned up, didn't they? Always just another close call. Your team. How many times should they have died? But somehow, they always made it back. Those narrow escapes. So many of them. Too many. Didn't that ever seem strange to you? You remember them all surviving. But do you remember how? The details seem to slip away, don't they? Those elevators, every single one led back to the train. Did that never strike you as odd? Think about the station layouts, all those tunnels, all those paths, but never a way up, never a way out. Strange design for a metro, wasn't it? A network of tunnels with no surface access, no exits, just endless corridors leading nowhere. Every elevator ride, the same destination, the same train, over and over. How did nobody question that? The workforce spent years down there. But did anyone ever see a map? Ever know where they really were? Your memories of 1992, they're too clean, too orderly. Where's the panic? Where's the screaming? You remember the evacuation as calm, organized. But what about the truth? The chaos when the metro was lost? Those peaceful memories of the metro, they're not real. Where's the terror? The moment you realized you were all trapped. You remember protocol and procedure. But what about the truth? The day the ECD failed to protect you. All of you. The workforce wasn't assigned. They were abandoned. Left behind when the ECD pulled back to Cheyenne. How did that detail slip away? Your mind wants to remember order, structure. But what about the collapse? The day the metro was sealed off from the world? The announcements promised safety, protection. But the ECD was already gone, already fortifying Cheyenne, leaving you all behind. Let's go back to the summer of 1988. Watching those weather reports. Snow in July. Temperature dropping beyond explanation. How could you forget that feeling? The weatherman's voice shaking as he tried to explain it. The confusion in his eyes. The fear when he realized something was very wrong. Then the EAS tone. That horrible sound cutting through every channel. Warnings about entities, things emerging from the blizzards. The air raid sirens, that's what you've chosen to forget. That sound, that rising and falling wail. Chicago hadn't heard those since the Cold War tests. When those air raid sirens started, everyone froze. That Cold War nightmare coming back to life. But this wasn't a test. This wasn't a drill. The sound filled every street, every alley. People weren't ready for that sound again. The screaming, the gunfire, the bodies, all under that endless wail. 24 hours, that's all it took. The entire U.S. government. Gone. Restructured. The birth of the ECD, the death of everything else. The roads were chaos. Abandoned cars, people fleeing on foot, things moving in the snow, taking them. Those final moments above ground, watching summer die. Frost crawling across the glass. That rising and falling cry of the air raid sirens, bouncing between buildings. The emergency broadcast. This is not a test. Proceed to nearest metro station. But we all knew this was something worse than war. That last look at the sky before you descended into the metro, watching white consume everything. 1992. No, not the 1992 you think you remember, the real one. When President Caldwell's face appeared on every screen in the metro, his farewell speech from the safety of Cheyenne, while you, all of you, were left behind, sacrificed. Watch his face as he speaks, the rehearsed sympathy, practiced regret, safe in his mountain while Chicago was about to fall. To the brave workforce. That's what he called you. Pretty words from a bunker, while something worse than death was coming for you all. The entity was approaching. They knew what it was, what it would do. But they sealed those bunker doors anyway, left you to your fate. His last words to you all. Do you remember them now? We failed to protect you. The only honest thing he ever said. The time loop wasn't an accident. It wasn't a rescue plan. It was a sacrifice. Your sacrifice. All of you. Funny thing about karma, though. Cheyenne's walls didn't protect them for long. Their cowardice bought them, what, a few more years? You were trapped in the entity's loop, yes. But Caldwell, the last of the ECD, they met something much worse in those Colorado mountains. We need you to go back. Back to what you think was 1992. It won't be pleasant, but we're out of options. These restraints, this isn't what we wanted. But what's coming is far worse than any discomfort you're feeling now. Focus on the screens. Let them pull you in. Back to the train. Back to the workforce. I know it hurts, remembering what it made you forget. But if we don't do this now, there won't be anything left to remember. Somewhere in that fractured mind of yours, in those manipulated memories, there's something we need. Something that could end this. Maybe when this is over, you'll feel it again. Real sunlight, real warmth, the world as it was meant to be. But that future, that chance, it all depends on what's locked away in your head. What they tried to bury. The ECD promised to protect us, to save us all. They failed. Now it's your turn. Go back into the memories, back to 1992. Help us reclaim what was lost. Now, look into the monitors. Let them pull you in. Back to the everlasting winter. Back to the endless train ride.